Good morning, folks. This is Erica with the live trading room, and I'm going to go ahead and go over a trade we just called. And we're getting ready to go into the U.S. session. Price action has been pretty flat or sideways given the volatility we had yesterday during the U.S. session. The majority of the pairs had a lot of movement. I just called a buy trade on the euro yen. Our entry point is 141.08. We can see it down here. Okay, 141.08. The stop loss is at 140.76 and our take profit is 141.23. And let's go ahead and go over price action so we can see what's happening here. Now from a daily perspective, we see price pretty much at a standstill. As I had said, market has been just in a channel or range bound, probably in a 30 pip range, I would say. Okay, and actually let's see what today's range has been. Sometimes we use pivots, sometimes we don't, depending on what is happening. Okay, these pivots auto-calculate. Okay, well, it's not too bad of a range. 65 pip range. It certainly feels like less. Okay. All right. Okay, back to the daily chart. If we take a look here, yesterday is when we had all of the action. We had the swoon in price, and euros fell because Draghi had said that they were thinking of easing monetary policy. Okay, the euro's currently at 138.87. We fell from all the way to 139.60 level. So this could be a simple correction, or this is something that we could indefinitely see euros starting to fall and correct into the 135, 136 level. All right. So the daily chart here, we're pretty much at a standstill here, folks. This was yesterday's. If you caught this swoon in price, you made a lot of money. This is today. The 4-hour chart, if we take a look at the 4-hour chart though, the white candle is what we call a spinning top. Okay, spinning. This is a reversal candle. However, price looks a little confused here, and again, we're sideways. Sideways is certainly range bound. It's harder to trade. You're stopped out more because of volatility and spikes. So with the 4-hour chart being sideways, we look at our indicators, and on the auto stochastics here, I've programmed the algorithm to take data from all different of the hours up here from the daily, 4-hour, 1-hour, 30-minute, 15, and 5-minute. And then it combines that all together and gives me a more clear reading opposed to the general stochastics down here, which is the standard 533 setting. Okay, so anyhow, this is telling me that we're looking for a correction. Now this could certainly just be divergence. If we look at MACD, okay, we're starting to see a little bit of divergence with the histogram. Okay, we should start to see price go up like this and price start to flow back up. Okay, the 1-hour chart, if we take a look, and we've got price more than likely coming to test this low. On our pivots here, this is our support. 30-minute, let's take a look. Okay, 30-minute chart, same situation. 15-minute chart, let's take a look. And actually it's pretty boring here, even though it looks like price is going to retest this low here. I have my stop set at 140.76, and we're just risking just about $600 or so on this trade that we took for long. I'm trading two contracts, or two lots, so to speak, $20 per move. Now if we go to the 5-minute chart, let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. Now in a perfect world in trading, currency is known for trending. Okay, so if we take a look at the 5-minute chart, we can see currency is trying and attempting to trend from this particular low. So meaning it's not supposed to get any lower. So we have a buying opportunity here, buying opportunity here. Now in a perfect world we're not supposed to go past this level right here, because then technically this would break this support area and market would then could be reversing and heading back down to test this ultimate low. Okay, we see price creeping back up and so forth. So we'll have to see what happens here. Now when we are looking to buy these reversals and or get in on the trend like this, we use our indicators for buying the dips, meaning a stochastics or CCI or Williams percent. So we would buy here on this dip we would have bought here, and we're looking to buy here. Okay. This is the auto stochastics that I have had programmed. This is the regular default stochastics that comes in the actual MT4 file, and we can start to see the same thing here. Okay, we're starting to rise, and I actually may scale in. Okay, for those of you that scale in, I normally scale in at 2 lots at a time to balance out price. And I just bought another, actually this is 20, these are 2 lots or $20 per move, okay, to balance out this position. So I like to scale in a lot because of the fluctuation on currency, opposed to simply just going ahead and putting in your full lot, and that way you can adjust price and balance out your reward to risk as well. Okay, so the whole nature of the trade here is we're looking to buy the dips. So here's a dip, and here's a dip. However, given the nature of the world events that are happening, crisis in Ukraine, Russia, and also in China has certainly impacted us. Our technicals have failed a little bit this week, meaning they don't they're not as accurate because a lot of this is news driven. So this could certainly fly through and whatnot, and again that's why we have our stops. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and put a 30 pip stop on this just in case something were to happen. And I'm going to put my take profit at the same 120 or 141.23. Okay. Now let's take a look at price action. See how price is really it's testing this support area here, folks. Okay, we've got it testing here, and this is the 5-minute chart. Okay, so it's 7:23 a.m. here in the States. We've got 2 more minutes for this candle. More than likely we're going to close, we're going to have a spinning top, and then correct to the upside. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the 1-minute chart and see if it's a little bit more clear on the 1-minute chart, which it is. Okay, we're starting to see the white candle. I have my candles black and white. I was always taught to not trade in green and red because those are emotional colors. Green for rising, red for falling. So therefore, the past 10 years or so, I've always traded in black and white. It's just a habit now. So I had put my bullish candles white, my bearish candles black, for those of you that question the little bit of the difference in the platform that I use here. So the 1 minute chart, if we take a look, we're starting to correct. Now notice I had said on the previous chart about the dip. Okay, pay attention to the dip, and here is a nice dip here. Okay, this is just the regular built-in stochastics with the default setting of 533. This one is an auto that I had programmed the algorithm again using all the time frames. Okay, so it's just now rounding off, and we're just now getting that boost up in price. And since I have scaled in here, we're balancing out here, and we're going to see price fluctuate until we grab that momentum. Real quick here, let's check out our news. And you can find your news at forexfactory.com. Coming to the U.S. session, we have PPI. Our forecast is 0.2%. The core PPI here, folks, 0.1%. These are supposed to be a little bit less than these figures, but again, we will see what happens here. So this is given about 1 hour from our time now, so we should be out of this trade by then, I hope. It's just if not, I'll close out early. And then at 9:55 here, folks, we have the prelim, University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment. Our forecast is 81.9. It's supposed to be a little bit higher than our previous, 81.2. And then we're going into the weekend. So for those of you who are planning on holding positions over the weekend, please do be careful because of the vote on Sunday that's happening in the Russia-Ukraine issue. If the vote does go through, you're probably going to see a demand for yen. What that means is a strong yen. So it means the USD will probably be all over the place, and that will impact all currencies. So the open on Sunday should certainly be interesting here, folks. All right, we're starting to correct here, folks. So this was our original trade here. We bought at the 141.08 level down here, and our take profit 141.23. So just about 25 pip trade or so. And we can always close out early given volatility is not that aggressive this morning. And for those of you who are trading and not scaling in, you should certainly think about scaling in and not trading your full position size, because for the fact of what I had just did, I was negative in this position, so I scaled in and did another half, and now it's balancing out, and it will balance out as we move forward towards our profit. With that being said here, folks, this is Friday. It's our last trading day, our last trading session. This is an account that we have in the room. If I go to the account history here, here's our P&L. It's up about 46,000. Our deposit was 25,000, and this was with trades that are called in the room, both long-term and our scalps. So it's not doing too bad given market condition. Now this also did have some hedges. If you are a resident here in the States, you are not allowed to hedge if you have a U.S. broker. We teach hedging for the overseas folks that don't have stipulations on hedging and first in, first out rules. So that certainly doesn't pertain to the folks here in the States that are listening. All right, folks, with that being said, this is our buy entry. It was just a simple buy entry on a support within a channel. And I will be back posting on YouTube Monday during the London session and the rest of the following week. Have a good weekend, traders, and make sure you're careful holding positions over the weekend with the news coming out on Sunday.